Welcome to 21900W, Avaya Control Manager Basics. This course is intended for individuals who will use Avaya Control Manager for enterprise. The enterprise deployment type is the traditional deployment of Avaya Unified Communications and contact center products for a single customer. Avaya Control Manager is a web-based application that provides a user-friendly, centralized solution for back-office operations. After you complete this course, you should be able to define Avaya Control Manager, explain the purpose of feature templates in Control Manager, name the feature used for database redundancy in Control Manager, list two requirements of WebLM license compliance and enforcement, identify the main architecture components of Control Manager. Name at least 4 Avaya products supported by Control Manager. Explain the difference between all-in-one, dual host, and high availability deployment configurations. And define the MS SQL Always-On feature. Welcome to the first module, Introduction to Avaya Control Manager. After completing this module, you will be able to define the Avaya Control Manager solution and describe the purpose of feature templates in Avaya Control Manager. Avaya Control Manager offers centralized management and administration of all contact center applications, role-based permissions, and multi-tenancy support, a personalized thin client application interface, real-time monitoring, and historical analysis of feature usage, and visual call flow designing and vector management. Control Manager also provides Microsoft Active Directory integration with single sign-on SSO functionality. The Avaya Control Manager solution enables both technical and non-technical administrators to control key administrative elements in Avaya applications. Avaya Control Manager provides a centralized administration tool that allows the users to manage day-to-day tasks across their Avaya-based environment, including Avaya's contact center and unified communications environments. Avaya Control Manager gives administrators the ability to manage agents, users, and organizational charts, along with Active Directory integration and role-based permissions. Avaya Control Manager includes multi-tenancy options, a centralized licensed tracker, and self-service, which include the voice portal and conversation sphere. Users can easily perform scheduling, auditing, and SAML integration with third parties. Avaya Control Manager offers a simplified management solution that improves control without increasing complexity. Avaya Control Manager, ACM, is not intended to replace the administration tools of every Avaya product. Instead, its main purpose is to provide a centralized administration tool for users to perform key tasks across their complete Avaya-based environment. Avaya Control Manager contains a number of features that enhance operations. The user interface, where features are represented by colored tiles, small graphic function symbols, provides easy access to the system, while the bulk action feature allows users to manage multiple user activities and changes at the same time. Users can access the license tracker to monitor user activity over periods of time. This feature also generates performance reports. The conversation sphere is a pathway for communication between verified users, while Visual Phone enables users, supervisors, and contact center agents to manage phone features from a graphical user interface. The remaining colored boxes, tiles, in this graphic identify Control Manager features that offer templates so users can easily provision objects through Control Manager into the Avaya environment. The features providing templates include skills, extensions, Oceana, 1X agent, SIP, vector distributor number for call routing, agent assignments, and messaging. In this module, we'll take a look at how administrators can use Avaya Control Manager to control key elements of many Avaya products. Upon successful completion of this module, you will be able to name at least 4 Avaya products supported by Control Manager and explain the purpose of the Control Manager multi-tenancy function. The Control Manager main components allow various activities through standard browser-based devices. The colorful tiles comprise the user interface. Users can navigate to any portal or feature by clicking the corresponding tile. Administrators can customize the tile displays if desired. Avaya Control Manager supports Avaya products throughout the customer system. Avaya products supported by Control Manager include Avaya Oceanic Call Center Elite, Avaya Workforce Engagement, Call Management System, 1X Agent, Avaya Workspaces for Elite, and Communication Manager, along with System Manager and Session Manager. Features supported for Avaya Oceania include creating, editing, and deleting agents and attributes. Supported features also include assigning attributes and proficiencies to agents and updating agent properties in bulk. Administrators for Call Center Elite can manage call center agents and agent skill assignments, along with managing supervisors, managers, users, and administrators. It also handles skills, VDNs, holiday tables, announcements, service hours, time of the day tables, policy routing tables, vectors or call flows, vector routing tables, variables, and VU stats. In workforce engagement, administrators can create contact recording users, add extension addresses for recording, and manage key system settings for the Control Manager data source. They can also add skills, virtual groups, users, and roles for users, along with adding agents, skills to agents, and adding agents to agent groups. In the call management system, every addition, change, or deletion command of agents, skills, and vector directory numbers, or VDNs, and vectors is updated in the Call Management System Dictionary. Key features include simple administration of Call Management System agent groups, users, and permissions, along with CMS 18 multi-tenancy. Control Manager supports creation of LDAP users on CMS 19 and onwards. Key administration features supported for Avaya 1X Agent include agent, supervisor, and group management, role management, and contact list management. Some key features supported for Avaya Aura Contact Center include the ability to add Avaya Aura Contact Center agents and supervisors by using a template. In addition, users can effect skill changes for agents on daily, weekly, or monthly schedules, along with synchronizing agents and skill sets from Contact Center to Avaya Control Manager. A few of the many key features supported for Communication Manager include management of extensions, intercom groups, data modules, and dialing plans. The Avaya Control Manager multi-tenancy function allows various objects like vector directory numbers, vectors, skills, and agents to be assigned to a tenant, also known as locations, and provisioned to relevant Avaya system. Control Manager provides the ability to manage multiple locations and Avaya systems that can be linked into a single administration entity. The Control Manager location-based administration provides the customer with the ability to manage everything based on a location. Click each tab to review the key administrative features supported by. In this module, we'll take a look at VDNs, holiday. Click each tab to review the key administrative features supported by each product. Click each tab to review the key administrative features supported by each product. This module provides a brief overview of the Control Manager's architecture. Upon successful completion of this module, you'll be able to identify the 5 key components of Avaya Control Manager. The architecture of Avaya Control Manager allows users to manage several high-performance activities from a single web-based user interface. These system activities help users to prepare for customer interactions and agent provisioning. Verified users with approved systems access credentials, and verified agents with confirmed access credentials. Handling voicemail and using extensions that allow messaging and visual phones. Control Manager also provides skills assignments that match workforce capabilities and needs with users and agents. By using Avaya Control Manager, administrators and other users will find that skill assignment take a fraction of the time they required earlier. Avaya Control Manager uses the general system architecture to support configurations for software integrations and software components. This provides a multi-channel contact center solution with many key components that work together to provide a powerful administration solution. Let's take a closer look at ACM system components. Number 1, the application server performs the business logic or programming between the end user interface and the database. This server also provides the security engine for Control Manager. Number 2, the provisioning server integrates with all of the different Avaya systems that are part of the customer's environment. Number 3, the Control Manager database is the main Microsoft SQL database. It stores the Control Manager configuration and provision data. Number 4, developers use the Avaya Control Manager Web Services, or API, to integrate with the provisioning server. These APIs enable management of users, agents, extensions, skills management, and other key entities. They also support the use of profiles and templates. Number 5, The Control Manager web portal resides on the application servers. This interface provides access to all the features of Avaya Control Manager. Number 6. The Control Manager connectors are used to integrate and manage the Avaya team engagement and customer engagement applications. In this module, we will explore the server configurations for Avaya Control Manager. When you complete this module, you will be able to explain the difference between all-in-one, dual host, and high availability deployment configurations. You will also be able to name the two category servers, and you'll be able to describe the benefit of using load balancers in a configuration. You can use these supported configurations to set up Avaya Control Manager. Avaya Control Manager for Enterprise is the traditional deployment configuration of Avaya Unified Communications and contact center products for a single customer. With Avaya products, Avaya Control Manager is a key administrative component. The Avaya Oceania solution includes a connector to Avaya Control Manager. Avaya Control Manager will be used for all site administration functions of Avaya Oceania. The Avaya Control Manager solution is available in the 4 server configurations shown here. In the all-in-one configuration, the Control Manager applications and SQL database reside on a single server. With the dual host configuration, the Control Manager software resides on one server, while the Microsoft SQL database resides on another server. All-in-one and dual host configuration don't require high availability. When deploying a high availability HA configuration, there must be identical servers for each deployment. With Oceania Co-Resident SQL Server, it is possible to host the Oceania Context Store database co-resident with the Control Manager SQL Server. The all-in-one server configuration is an entry-level deployment that does not require high availability, HA, on the application server or the database server. Its capacity is tailored to very small deployments. All-in-one deployment is ideal for labs or proof of concepts. The all-in-one configuration supports the single server solution, which includes the application server and Microsoft SQL database. Note, the all-in-one deployment has limitations, like limited capacity with no Avaya Experience portal integration. Please refer to the product documentation for further details. The next server configuration is dual host. In this configuration, the servers are separated. Server 1 contains the application server, while Server 2 contains the SQL database. The dual host server deployment provides the recommended configuration where there is a high number of simultaneous administrators or agents. This deployment accommodates up to 75 administrators who concurrently use Control Manager. The high availability mode has 2 different layers, the application layer and the database layer. In a multiplex HA configuration, a load balancer distributes the load between application servers. HA Proxy is a certified load balancer of Avaya Control Manager. Thus, application instances can be accessed individually or through the load balancer. A load balancer provides session continuity, balances incoming browser traffic, and efficiently distributes data and communications traffic. Avaya Control Manager has several configurations for multiplex HA with load balancer deployment. Note, load balancer is an optional component and support is not provided by Avaya. In Oceana co-resident SQL Server deployment, Control Manager and Oceana Context Store database instances co-reside on the same SQL server. There are multiple supported database configurations. For example, disaster recovery, single-site campus HA. Here we have shown the disaster recovery configuration deployed over 2 data centers. This configuration is added to leverage the existing investment that customers have in SQL Server and reduce the total cost of deployment of an Oceana contact center. Note, refer to Avaya Oceana documentation for further details and other supported combinations. This table is about the hardware metrics for various types of Avaya Control Manager deployment. For individual supported capacities, please refer to the product documentation. In this module, we'll take a look at the high availability HA server configurations with the Always On feature. When you finish this module, you will be able to define the Microsoft SQL Always On feature and describe the differences between multiplex HA 1x2, 2x1, and 2x2 installations. Release 9.0 has enhanced the support for Control Manager Multiplex High Availability based on 2 Control Manager application servers and SQL Server Always On clustering. In this topology, 1 or more Control Manager servers are deployed. They all point to a single IP DNS name, also known as SQL Always On Listener, for a high availability and disaster recovery database solution. The database layer uses the Microsoft SQL Always On feature, which is a disaster recovery solution for Control Manager databases. The databases can switch over one to another in case of failure without any major impact for the ACM user. Like Always On availability groups in multiplex high availability, Avaya Control Manager also supports the Always On basic availability groups, or BAGs. A basic availability group is created and managed like traditional always-on availability groups with Enterprise Edition. It supports a failover environment for a single database. As Control Manager deployment extends over several databases, multiple basic availability groups may require one for each Control Manager database. There are no procedures from Control Manager to move from basic availability groups to advanced availability groups if you choose to move to always-on availability groups in the future. Note, a basic availability group can have only 2 database nodes. Another server configuration uses the high availability HA database layer, SQL Always On, and one non-HA application layer, a CM application server. This is multiplex HA 1x2 default installation. The primary APP server has no redundancy or auto backup. The 2 Microsoft database servers are managed by the Always On feature. Now we'll look at another high availability configuration. The multiplex HA 2x1 includes 2 Control Manager application servers. Software Load Balancer manages these servers optionally. In this configuration, There is only one Microsoft SQL database server with no redundancy or backup. When you use either a pair of application servers or the software load balancer and the SQL Always On feature, this is known as a multiplex high availability 2x2 default configuration. This configuration consists of two Control Manager application servers, administered in standalone mode or optionally managed by the software load balancer, and two Microsoft SQL database servers managed by the Always On feature. You can have a maximum number of two application servers. Avaya has tested with two Microsoft SQL Server Always On database nodes. Microsoft SQL Server Always On for Enterprise supports more than two nodes. Refer to Microsoft documentation for more details. This high availability server configuration option involves the deployment of an enterprise multiplex high availability 2x2 configuration with an optional load balancer configuration. Here, the software load balancer application servers work with Microsoft SQL Always On database servers. Control Manager servers require hardware and software that are compatible with business operations. When you finish this module, you will be able to list the required and compatible operating systems and describe the databases used for optimum service. ACM servers require compatible hardware and software that meet business operation needs, including access volume, complexity, security, durability, and location flexibility. Avaya Control Manager supports these operating systems. Microsoft Windows Server 2019 Standard or Data Center Edition, Microsoft Windows Server 2016 Standard or Data Center Edition, and only the English, German, and Japanese versions of Microsoft Windows Server have been tested. These are the Windows Server and the databases supported by Control Manager 9. Supported operating systems are Standard or Data Center editions of Microsoft Windows Server 2019 and 2016. Supported databases are Microsoft SQL Server 2019, 2017, and 2016. These can be Enterprise Standard or SQL Express Edition. Note: ACM database not only stores the configuration data of the Avaya Control Manager systems, but it also stores pointers to data objects from adjunct systems, such as Communication Manager, required by Control Manager to pull complete data in real time when needed. Providing a supported and functioning database is the customer's responsibility and is not part of the Control Manager offer. These are the databases and versions of the Windows Server combination tested by Avaya. The first column lists the Microsoft SQL Server Edition that is compatible with Windows. The second column lists the server version. The third column shows whether database encryption is available with this edition of the SQL Server. Note: information about compatibility between Microsoft SQL Server and Microsoft Windows Server can be obtained from Microsoft documentation. The Microsoft SQL Always On feature provides a disaster recovery solution for Control Manager databases. The graphic illustrates the data flow from primary to secondary servers. Note that a listener virtual IP provides a common access point for all Control Manager applications and services. These are the browsers supported by Avaya Control Manager. It includes Microsoft Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge Chromium, Microsoft Edge, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, and Apple Safari. The supported web browsers list and versions are not static, and they keep changing. Please refer to the Avaya Control Manager documentation for supported browsers and versions. Regarding the Java version and Java upgrades, Azul Java is bundled with Control Manager. Although customers are advised not to upgrade the Java embedded in Control Manager themselves, Control Manager 8.1 onwards does allow Java to be upgraded separately.